Here at George Wolf Field here at Pottsville for a nice matchup today with the Morrilton Devil Dogs, who have come to town to take on the Pottsville Apaches. This is Duran Miller bringing you the play-by-play action today with my color man, Mr. Adam Johnston, and we are excited to have a home game to be broadcasting here from Pottsville.
Definitely excited about a home game.
It's going to be a good one. We've got a coach's interview, and we're going to kick it to that right now and get you into that interview before we get out here to first pitch.
All right, we're here with Coach Josh Falls, and we've got the Apache baseball pregame here. And Coach Falls, let's talk a little bit about let's catch up on the season so far. You guys are 3-1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 3-1. Tell us about what's happened so far in the season.
First week we had Danville and Ozark, and we played pretty well in those ball games. Put up quite a few runs. Maybe walked a few too many people against Ozark, but then we matched up with Harrison on Monday, and that's a team that if we make it out of our district, we'll see in regionals. They're pretty good. Had them down 5-2 early, and then just kind of gave up the ghost. Had a blow up inning. And they ended up getting us 10-5. But then Atkins last night, we came back and beat them 9-6. It was 9-3 in the 7. We gave up a few runs there.
All right, so let's talk about Morrilton. Morrilton is a conference team, but today is a non-conference game. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. Man, they lost their catcher last year, and they lost some pitching. But overall, they're still a pretty salty ball team. I think them and Dardanelle are pretty much what people think are going to be the top of the conference. So this will be a great test for us today.
All right. Just talk about some of your kids so far, and Coach, everybody loves to hear some names, so talk about your kids.
Right. Well, I guess I'll start with my seniors. Porter Lee, he pitches for us, and really he's played third, he's caught, he's played center, he's kind of a utility guy, and he's done a great job. Like I said before, Gavin Harris, he's our normal catcher. He had to have Tommy John, and he should be back middle of the year, but he's DHing for us. And then Caleb Botek has come in, and he's come in and right, and he's done a great job in the field. A couple underclassmen, if you look at Aiden Owens and Easton and Izzy Johnson, they're doing pretty much at the front of the lineup for us right now, and they played pretty well. And we got a couple sophomores, and Cash Bartlett and Aiden Watson who are filling some good roles for us.
All right. Well, this is Coach Josh Falls on the Apache baseball pregame, and we'll be back right after this.
And we're back here at Pottsville. Great interview there with Brad Caldwell and Coach Josh Falls. Some good tidbits there, and we're very excited to be broadcasting this game here from Pottsville. He's right. He's got Gavin Harris here today in the DH row. Looks like Gavin's going to be batting in that 7 hole, and we're excited to see if he can come back this year and be able to play in the field. Not just yet, but he's a big-time weapon, and I was really impressed at him last year. Got to call quite a bit of Pottsville baseball, and Gavin is he's one of the best defensive catchers you'll see. At the time we had Opitz up at the University of Arkansas, and not comparing the two, but he had some smooth glove work behind the plate. Really good job of framing, but not being. Sometimes you'll see those catchers that kind of hold it a little too long, stuff like that. He didn't do that. Gavin Harris is really smooth. I was extremely impressed with him last season. The Pottsville Apaches coming to this game 3-1. Their only loss was to Harrison on Monday night. And, Adam, you were there. Talk to us a little bit about how that game went Monday night.
Well, to start the baseball game, Pottsville was really hitting the ball well. Izzy Johnson, Porter Lee, Aiden Owens, they were hitting the ball pretty well. Porter Lee actually pitched the majority of that game, but what changed the game was they got a run down here between home and third, and they had the kid in the pickle, and then they ended up giving up 2 runs on that same play, just kind of throwing the baseball around, just had some sloppy play, had some wild pitches that, you know, Harrison was able to capitalize and just get some runs that Pottsville could have avoided. So I'm sure they're going to clean some of that up. They had a good game against Atkins the other night, really hit the baseball well, jumped on them pretty early there. Got some big RBIs. That it was so cold and rainy. You know, those 2 games both were really cold. So today they're going to be playing with much better weather. It's definitely feels like a baseball game. Feels like some baseball weather now. Got some sun going up, so I'm sure the kids really like that instead of playing in 30-degree weather when it's raining. So.
Right. Yeah, man, the sun is shining, and we know by the end of this it's going to get a little chilly out there. But
yeah, it's
definitely if you're coming to the ballpark today, you ain't made it yet, better bring a little light hoodie or a sweater or some kind of little jacket, because by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you know, as we get towards the end of this, it's going to be chilly. We got a little bit of wind. We're trying to block that off our mics and bring you a pretty clean broadcast. I'm excited, man. It's first baseball game I've been able to be a part of, and it's just different. You know, Adam, you were my color man over at Dover this year through football and basketball, and you know, we did some ASN together, of course. This last 3 weeks, it's been a jam-packed full of action over on the Arkansas Sports Network. You know, we hosted the district at 2 Rivers, and then we went up to Farmington. You know, we got delayed because of all the ice and weather. Got 2 days basically. It was basically 4 days thrown into 2 on us. So we broadcast
Double
16
time.
games in 2 days. And then, of course, we had the Arkansas Sports Network. We went down to we had the state championship, the state tournament at Sheridan 5A. And, man, what a great time that was. Just an excellent time down there, and we got to call some amazing games. Looks like we're fixing to get to the Star Spangled Banner, and we're going to let the stadium take it over here just for a moment and be quiet while they do this. Waiting on not sure who they have doing it today, if they're going to run a tape or what, but we're waiting.
Patiently.
Right. Talking about practice, not a game. I do hear it, but it is very quiet. All right, so it was playing. A little bit of issues with the stadium speakers on that one, but we're about ready for some baseball. We're going to kick it to a quick break while they get their little pitches in and warm up, and then we'll be back for first pitch right here from George Wolf Field.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name. and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
All right, we're back here at George Wolf Field. We're getting ready for first pitch. Morrilton up to bat. Let's see what we got. We've got Maddox Hogan up. Today, Pottsville is pitching Aiden Watson. So we got 2 balls back to back right off the bat. See if Watson can calm down on this one and get a strike over. It's going to be a grounder. Knocked down by the third baseman's glove. Shortstop's going to scoop it up, not in time. And we're going to start the game off with a base hit for the Harrison Goblins. That's Maddox Hogan. Yeah, Morrilton. My bad.
We were talking about
Harrison. I got confused there. Sorry.
That was a tough one to handle there on third base. Hard hit ball.
So way to get on base, Hogan. He's going to get a lead off.
Oh.
Got a hit batter, and that one hurt.
Smoked him right in the head.
Yeah. Vibrated the helmet. Looks like he's okay. So not a great start here for your Apaches. First 2 runners reach base. That was number 15, Luke Carner. We got Casey Jones up at the plate now, and he looks like a Casey Jones. Looks like he's ready to hit one out of the ballpark, right?
That's right.
And this is a long fly ball. It might get out of here.
Oh,
it
wow.
will. It is gone.
Oh, boy.
And Casey Jones lives up to that name. He clears the bases. It's 3-0 just like that early. Morrilton Devil Dogs came out hot right off the bat.
Jumped on that first pitch. My goodness.
He just stroked that thing
Obliterated
over the left
that
center wall.
baseball.
It was a no-doubter. And I knew left field was burnt, but took me a second there, and I was like, yeah, that's not even close. Man, hit that on the line.
Smoked it.
Really nice start here from Morrilton. Not a great start for Aiden Watson. He's going to have to put that one behind him here. See if he can pitch a little bit better to the number 4 batter, Duncan Blakely.
He looks like he's got some power as well.
Blakely's the starting third baseman for the Devil Dogs. Watson's pitch, a little bit high. It's going to be a 1-1. All right, here comes a windup. Nice strike that time, a little bit high, but he tried to go at it, cut it pretty hard on that one.
Yeah, he was just a little unsure if he wanted to swing at that one. You know, those high fastballs, you get a little eager.
Yeah. So the 2-1 swung on and missed, so it's 2-2 now. I'm sorry, had 2 strikes on him, so he struck him out. Nice job by Aiden Watson. Got his first strikeout right after giving up a 3-run jack. So
yeah,
that's a good job settling in right there. And
that's how you want to bounce back after giving up 3 runs, you know, after facing the first 3 batters.
First pitch is high. Just pounding them fastballs in right now. Blakely helped him out a little bit, swinging at them. But they were a little bit more borderline. That one was definitely up in the zone. 1-0. This is Gray Morat up the bat. He is the DH, and that one's down the middle. Nice strike.
Nice off-speed pitch, starting it on the inside, bringing it more towards the middle of the plate. Keeping him off balance.
Swung on and missed. Nice job right there. Basically, it looked like about the same pitch as the last one. A little bit off speed. 1-2. Looks like Watson may be getting the jitters out a little bit. A little bit high. That's a good spot to put that one, though. A little waist pitch. A little bit high. He turned on it a little bit. Good job holding off by Murat. Gray Murat.
It's a good location.
Well, that's a Gray Murat. That is a Game of Thrones name if I ever heard one.
I never watched Game of Thrones.
Ooh, off speed. He got him.
Struck him out.
Backwards K for Aiden Watson, and after the rough start, he settled in with back-to-back Ks right now. Good job. Way to battle. Just got to put it behind you. That's baseball.
Not getting down on yourself after those first 3 batters.
Yes, sir. A little inside brush back.
He's throwing pretty hard now.
Yeah, he is.
Throwing
1-0.
some gas.
He looks like he's in the low 80s, in my opinion, on a couple of those fastballs.
Throwing that cheddar.
Next one swung on. Left field looks like he's got a beat on it. He does, and that is out number 3. So after the top half, the Morrilton Devil Dogs come out and hit a 3-run bomb. That's Casey Jones who gets those ribbies, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first right after this on ASN.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit.
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
All right, we're back here at Pottsville. 3-0. Morrilton came out hot right off the bat. First batter was Maddox Hogan. He got a base hit between that 5-6 hole. And then Luke Carner got hit by pitch. He reaches, and then Casey Jones drives him in on a no-doubter. I mean, it wasn't quite a liner, but it wasn't really, I wouldn't call it much of a fly ball either. I mean, he
Great
smoked
piece
that
of hitting
thing.
right there.
Brad
Man,
Caldwell.
that's just textbook.
Brad Caldwell said it's about 50 feet out in the woods, over there past the fence after it rode. It was still going. So up at pitcher for Morrilton is Braden Garrett, number 14, and we're going to have Izzy Johnson up to bat first for your Pottsville Apaches. First pitch is a low strike, fastball. He swung on it, no good. So 0-1 right off the bat to Izzy. This one's in the dirt. Moves it to a 1-1 count. I love watching Izzy Johnson bat. Last year, him and Easton Stevens, they both get up there and they battle. And I've seen them start behind early and really making a nightmare on the pitchers. This one's hit a little bit off the end of the bat, right too short. pretty routine play. And that was Hunter White. I'm sorry, let's look at this again. That was Luke Garner at shortstop for Morrilton, and he gets it over to Casey Jones for the routine 6-3 play. 1 out, 1 up, 1 out.
Wasn't able to get solid contact on that one. Kind of hit it off the cap.
Yep.
Shortstop had to charge that one. Great play right there.
So Porter Lee up to bat now. Porter Lee, he's catching today. This one's back at the pitcher. Might have a chance here.
Tough play.
Tough play. He runs it out. He is safe. Also pulled him off the bag. That one went off the pitcher, was deflected, and slowed that ball up enough for Porter Lee to hustle down and get on base safely. He kind of was the same way as Izzy Johnson. Didn't get great contact on it, but just enough. That deflection, sometimes you let that go, and it actually will help your infield.
Right.
Or they can gobble it up because it was slow enough. I don't think it was going to get through, even though it was right up that line, second base, center field line.
It would have been a web gem if he would have got him out at first base right there.
It was a good effort.
Having to field it with your just bare hand. Those plays are tough.
So, got
They
one
picked
on.
him off.
Oh,
wow.
Say he got the hand back in time.
That was close, boy.
That was a good job.
Caught him by surprise for sure.
Braden Garrett on the pickoff. And Casey Jones over at first. So now we've got Aiden Owens up the bat, playing shortstop today, starting. Pitch was right in there for a strike one.
Nice off-speed pitch.
So he starts out ahead, 0-1. Pitching out of the stretch now. Got another pick. He's back plenty of time this time. I think after that first one, he knows he kind of got got a second chance here. It's kind of like hitting that foul ball, you know. And
oh, yeah.
When you got 2 strikes, take a deep breath. I don't expect him to get as far out.
No. He's not going to get a big lead. He's keeping it safe.
Next pitch, foul ball. Going to be out of the park on the, I believe, right on the line.
Wow.
Actually landed in. Did not get caught.
It looked like it was going over the fence.
Yeah, just kind of
close.
died. I thought I was going to catch that backstop net.
That's what I was thinking.
But Morrilton had a chance there. It was a tough play for a catcher up against the wall, but had a chance there to get that out. And give credit, we were talking about Braden Garrett and that pickoff move, and give credit to him. That helps you so much if you can keep those runners close.
Mm-hmm. Helps you on a double play, potentially.
0-2 pitch.
Oh, got him right here.
Better get there. He's down.
Hey.
Way to hustle.
You'll take
over to
it.
second base. Very good job there from Porter Lee. And it is a pinch runner in for Porter Lee.
I think it's 15.
That is Duval. Cooper Duval.
Yep.
The sophomore. Let's see. I believe he is a sophomore. That is correct. Showing off some speed there because he definitely got kind of picked off, got in trouble. Didn't get it out quick enough, and it was a high throw. 0-2 pitch is outside. Going to be 1-2.
It's a good thing he didn't try to go back to first base. He knew he was picked off pretty clean, so that's what they tell you. You get picked off pretty clean, might as well just go run to second base.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen it where this one's foul tipped. How many times I've seen it where you put a young guy in to pinch run, and he's just a sophomore. Sometimes they're even freshmen, and, you know, they might have all the speed in the world, but you still got a little learning curve there. And,
absolutely.
And Duval's a little lucky right now. He had a controversial pickoff right off the bat, and then kind of luckily got out of trouble on that one. Got a strike 3, drop, third strike. First base is open. They'll get it down in time, but that's going to help Porter Lee advance over to third. So we're going to have 2 outs with a runner on third, and up comes Aiden, let's see who we got.
Aiden Watson.
Yep, the pitcher is batting. Aiden Watson coming up.
I thought Owings had a chance to beat it out here at first base. Didn't look like he was running his hardest. Kind of got down on himself.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a late jump as well. Strike one. Nice pitch start out. It's a good job, number 14, Braden Garrett.
And they're showing that off-speed pitch on the first pitch.
Yeah.
Keeping them off balance.
See if he continues to do that. Second time they come around.
Right.
Be a different ball game right there. This one's a fastball high and away. Evens the count out at 1-1. A base hit right here would really help out these Apaches. Get a little bit back, from that 3-0 start.
Or a wild pitch.
Yeah, true. This one's fouled off into the back net. Count's going to move to 1-2. Aiden Watson is just a sophomore getting this big start today on the mound. So that's exciting to see.
And he's been catching behind the plate. The two games that I've been to, Harrison and Atkins, doing a good job behind the plate.
Next one's high. Good job holding the bat back. 2-2. Evens out. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-0. Morrilton Devil Dogs in the lead, bottom of the first. Pitcher looks in for the sign. He's got it. Takes a peek at third. Here comes the pitch. Got a check swing. They're going to say he went. Got a call down to third. He went 3-0, 3-0, and strike 3 to end the inning. But Pottsville did move the lineup a little bit. Couldn't get anything across home, though. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this for all your second inning of action.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We're back here at Pottsville, and 3-0. Morrilton Devil Dogs are started out in the lead in this one. After the first, Pottsville not able to get anything going. Couldn't get anybody across in the bottom half of the first. So here we go, top of the second. We're going to have Hunter White, starting catcher today for the Devil Dogs, up to bat right off the bat. Watson's had his warm-up pitches. Here we go. First pitch of the second inning. It's a grounder down that third base line. Nobody can get to it in time. That's basically a bunt right there, a swinging bunt.
In the perfect spot.
Yeah, it was.
No man's land right there. Not expecting a ball to get hit that short.
You had number 24, Jacob Leggett, flying up there, and a pitcher, Watson. Neither one of them could get it in time. Watson actually slips. That's just a tough play.
And sometimes on plays like that, you're kind of hoping that the ball just goes foul, you know.
Right. Big leadoff, pickoff play. He's back in time.
Caught him slipping a little bit.
Yeah.
We're seeing some good pickoff moves so far early.
Well, last year, Caden Carruthers was one of the main starting pitchers, and he had a great pickoff move. Seen him throw a few out. This one's smoked over the left field line. It might go foul. He's going to, good job by the left fielder to get it in, and they'll run that runner back to first. It's a good job moving hard to his left, from right to left.
Bo A Day out there and left.
I think today we've got Caleb Wastick. Was that number 26?
I thought it was 4.
Okay. Yeah, Bo A Day. Good job by A Day.
Showing some range.
Oh, fooled him a little bit there. Got a strike down the middle. He kind of jumped out of the plate a little bit, the box a little bit.
And I think he might have been just taking on first strike, just
trying to fool
showing bunt, just kind of trying to get in Watson's head just a little bit. You'll see that.
Oh, yeah. Playing a little bit of mind tricks, trying to get him.
Oh, yeah. I used to try to do that all the time. Especially if it was 3-0 in the count and I'm just up there knowing I'm not going to swing. I'm just trying to do something stupid.
Yeah, you're just trying to trick the pitcher's eye, get him distracted, see if he'll throw a ball.
Yep.
For sure. Shake your bat at him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
This one's a little perfect. Low side of the strike zone, 0-2. Good pitch from Watson. Hunter White's going. Got a throw down on a strikeout. It's a one-hopper, two-hopper over to the second baseman, shortstop covering actually, and he's there in plenty of time. So we get the strikeout, 2 outs, but the runner on second, so he's over in scoring position.
And I think
if Pottsville can just get a routine ground out here or a strikeout would be nice.
Yeah, I think it was an off-speed pitch, if I don't remember. And off-speed pitch, when a runner's stealing, you're kind of at a disadvantage behind the plate trying to throw him out at second. So
back-to-back off speeds if it was, and that was a perfect strike down the middle.
Mm-hmm. He looks very comfortable throwing that off-speed pitch.
I like him when I'm seeing this young man, Aiden Watson, up on the mound, just a sophomore. He got roughed up a little bit right off the bat, but after that, he's really pitched great. Next pitch, it's a long fly ball. This is an easy play. They got to talk to each other, though, and the center fielder calls him off. Out number 3. Very good job there from, you see the number on the center
Izzy
fielder?
Johnson out in center.
Izzy Johnson. We're looking at the carbon copy.
Yeah,
a little
dude, it's
tough
hard to see. It's hard to see.
So 4 up, 3 down, and no runs across for Morrilton in the top half of the second. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on ASN.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We're back at George Wolfe Field. 3-0. The Morrilton Devil Dogs have had 2 at-bats. Pottsville's getting ready now for the home half of the second inning. See who we're going to have up first. Looks like it's going to be Easton Stevens starting second baseman. And I love watching Easton Stevens. Him and Izzy Johnson, they really remind me of each other. Similar builds, but they both just battle up there at the plate. And he's perfect to lead off this inning right now. Braden Garrett still at pitcher for the Devil Dogs. Getting his warm-up pitches in. I really like the play of Watson, Aiden Watson. I mean, he's really settled in here. It's you know, I didn't see any of the games. I've watched bits and pieces of some of the ones we did, but you know, I'm not exactly sure on the pitching situation. I know you lost more from last year. You lost Caden Carruthers. I've been excited. I know Porter Lee's got he's got a live arm on him, and but I didn't really know anything about Watson, and I've been happy to see this, and he looks like he could really be a good weapon this season to be in that rotation. First pitch is low, ball 1 to Easton Stevens.
And Watson's showing a lot of composure.
Yes.
Definitely didn't want to start the game, you know, probably the way that he wanted to, giving up 3 runs, giving up that 3-run jack to Casey Jones, but he's done a great job ever since then, just terrific.
Got a strike, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't remember him playing any last year as a 9th grader, so, you know, you give up your first high school home run to a dude named Casey Jones. I mean, that's not that bad. Sounds good almost. One day you can tell that story.
Yeah.
Just a hair inside, I believe. From our angle, a little tough to see on that.
A little high.
A little high on the end. He's been calling him a little high, though. He likes some high strikes.
That first strike on Stevens was a little high. I've been seeing that the past couple games from umpires.
2-1, hitting the dirt. Right 2-second, routine play. Nice job for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. That was, let's see. Yep, Maddox Hogan with a nice glove there on that grounder. Getting over to Casey Jones.
Got a nice little easy hop right into his glove.
Perfect hop.
Yeah.
Hard to mess those up.
And I played second base, you know, all my senior year, and anytime there was a hop like that, boy, I'm loving it. Because you ain't got to throw the ball far at all. You just get it and flip it.
First pitch just a bit low. He's had a couple of those, a little off speed, down in the dirt a little bit, right at the catcher's, you know, right at the bottom of his reach. Nobody's gone on it, though, so that's good for Pottsville. Next one's a fastball down the middle. I believe that was a fastball. 1-1.
Sometimes hard to tell from our angle.
Another one right there. This one hits the bottom of the zone, so he's got a pretty big zone on him.
Yeah.
This umpire, he likes it a little high, and he'll give you that as well, right at the knees, right just a hair, you know, more like the shins, really.
Right.
So we got 1-2 to Cash Bartlett. Even out now after that ball, 2-2. Cash Bartlett, just a sophomore. Here comes the pitch from Garrett. That little off speed again. He swings on this one. And that's a strikeout. So we got 2 outs. Up to the plate comes Gavin Harris, the designated hitter. Talked about Gavin a lot in the pregame. You know, he's got a really good behind the plate catcher, and really excited to see how his game kind of evolves hitting the ball this season. He's not going to take a look at that one. That was an easy job there to hold on to the bat. 1-0. It's really going to a lot of these little curves in the dirt. As of late, is Braden Garrett from Morrilton. Fastball, this was popped up. Good communication. Looks like left field should call him off. It's in trouble. Wow.
Just think he just lost it in the air, or maybe the wind blew it or something.
Yep.
It looked like their communication was right. You know, it just kind of lost the ball.
That's what it looked like. Looked like he had it, no problem, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's behind you. Coach
you don't like that.
From Morrilton out here, telling them to call him off, call it off, you know, talk to each other. Sounds like he's talking to a center fielder to take a man.
Yeah.
He's the captain out there.
Anytime there's those in-between balls hit out there, and left center, right center. You know, you want your center fielder to call off to your left or right fielder.
First pitch down and away. Ball 1. So Gavin Harris reaches on an error. We've got Jacob Leggett up. Leggett is a senior, starting third baseman today. So it's 1-0. Nice. Yeah, he reached back on that one and brought it up a couple miles per hour, it looked like, on the velocity. Outside corner on the black for a strike, 1-1. Not a big leadoff here from Harris. That pitch,
Probably just a little outside.
I guess so. It was right at right height. Looked a little outside, just like the last one to me, but from our angle, like we said, it's a little tough. The wind's a little odd here today. We usually get it blowing more of a, west, southwest, back towards the northeast, and today it is blowing pretty hard west, which is kind of what happened over there with that left fielder. Kind of blew over to his right shoulder, or his left shoulder, I should say, right on your screen. So we got two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Man on first. And we got a foul tip back into the net.
Way to battle right there.
Good job by Leggett. Keep it going.
The bat on the ball.
Anything can happen here. I mean,
yep.
Look at Harris on base. Make, like we talk about, I coach a lot of 10U and under, and man, just put the ball in play.
Right.
And you see it in high school. Oh man, he was fooled on that one. He had decided to swing at the last second. Looked like he was swinging a garden hose, and that's it. So after 2, Pottsville able to get one on an error, but it's still 3-0 Morrilton. We'll go to the break. We'll be back for the 3rd inning right after this.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here in Pottsville. First pitch is low, 1-0. See what we get up to bat from Morrilton. It looks like can't see the number right here. This one's fouled up right over back of our booth.
I think it's Luke Carner. Casey Jones on deck right now.
Yeah, so Luke Carner in the 2-hole. His first time up, he got hit by the pitch, and now he finds himself 1-1. So here comes the pitch. This is a high one, easy to lay off. 2-1. Yeah, today this wind I was trying to get to earlier when we had a little bit of action pop up, but this wind is blowing basically, I mean, a little bit toward the northwest, but basically due west for the most part, and normally doesn't play that way out here very often. made it a tough play for the left fielder, Caden Mealer, a moment ago. This one's in the dirt, so we got to start off with a walk. So that's twice that Luke Carner's been up and twice he's got on base. Hit by pitch and now a walk.
On base percentage is 1,000.
Right, for this game.
Dude got smoked right in the head, first at bat.
Casey Jones has 3 ribbies already, and he has a potential to get 5 right here. Let's see how Aiden tries to pitch around him a little bit. He's just going to stroke that down the left field line, but it is foul.
Kind of left that one hanging over the middle of the plate. You got to be careful.
Kind of flipped the bat out on that one a little bit and pulled it, but that wind could help you in that case too. Kind of pull it back in. Gonna get a new baseball. Don't like the feel of that one.
They might be changing the baseball out a lot. I mean, field is still kind of muddy, certain spots.
Definitely. Pick off. He's back in plenty of time. Did get him dirty, though.
Mama will wash it.
I don't know if they do that in high school. They just – yeah. This one's fouled up, and it's going to end up going over the dugout, I believe, on the third base. It does. But he's got him in a hole, 0-2. Good job here by Aiden Watson. Got a chance to throw some borderline waste pitches here. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Maybe get him to chase up high. You know, throw an off-speed pitch in the dirt.
We'll see if they send a runner. I wouldn't with a 3-0 lead. He's going. He gets there in plenty of time. And we know.
They didn't listen to you.
Right, I know. That's happened so many times this year.
Right.
Porter Lee, though, hey, he's an aggressive coach, so.
Oh yeah.
And they got what they wanted right there, so they took it. Porter Lee, though, we know he's got a cannon of an arm. He just really didn't look like he got covered real quick as well.
Oh boy.
Nice hit, right center.
Gone. Oh.
It hits the bottom of the fence. Got to get it in quick to have a chance. If he can get it in, they're going to send the runner. They're going to throw it. It's not going to be a timeout in front, and now he bobbles it. And, man, I'm surprised they didn't send that runner over to third during all that. But that was Duncan Blakely. Great job.
Or Casey Jones.
Yeah, that was Casey Jones. Blakely up.
Almost hit a Oppo taco right there.
Right. Casey Jones, man, he's smoked one out. Now he gets a ribby.
He's got a stick, man. And right fielder Caleb Woltek, I think that's how you say it. He kind of confused me. I think he lost it in the air. It was a big hack right there.
Is it J silent? Wojcik. We got a J on the roster.
Wojtek.
Wojcik.
If you're in the comments, let us know.
Yeah, let us know so we don't mangle that anymore than we already have.
Right.
It's 4-0. 0-1 pitch. Runner on first. Runner on second, and it's a nice pitch right there. He's 0-2. Yeah, you know, he did such a good start on Casey. I kind of forgot he was still up there. And he hammered that ball off the base of the fence in right center, man. I mean, I know the wind's carrying a little bit, but that boy can stroke the baseball.
Facts.
Big cut right there from Blakely. He's out. He's gone down twice on Case.
Yeah.
Now we've got Gray Morat up, the designated hitter. Just got back from trying to think of some good
Game of Thrones
quote cities, but draw a blank on there.
Oh boy, I don't know nothing about Game of Thrones. My dad watched it. Didn't Aaron Rodgers make an appearance on there? I don't know.
Not that
Trevor's shaking his head. He's saying Aaron Rodgers was on
Maybe he
there.
did. I didn't even know that. First pitch down the middle, struck fastball. Good job by Watson. He's continuing to get ahead. So Jones has got a still over at second. This one's hit to the ground at first. Easy play. Steps on first, but he'll move the runner up 90 feet over to third base, and we got 2 outs for runner in scoring position, even, closer now, just 90 feet away from home. And the pitcher's coming up to bat, Braden Garrett. So Morrilton has got a K and a ground out to first. Think they'll send Casey Jones on a wild pitch?
Huh.
He's a pretty big old boy.
Maybe with 2 outs, want to get that runner in.
The fact that they never sent him over on all that action, throwing the ball in and then throwing it home, which I thought when he saw the ball going home that he might go ahead and try to take it because he had a lead off at the time.
A lot of times on wild pitches, though, it's kind of the runner's choice to go. If he feels comfortable in going, he's going to go. If he doesn't, he's not going to go. But at least at this age,
Right. Watson starts this one a little behind after starting ahead for several batters in a row. It's 2-0. There it is, 3-0. Doesn't, absolutely hurt you here to get a force. I mean, if you don't want to walk him, but it's not the end of the world if he gets on base. He does come back out of a 3-0 hole there with a strike. Good job by Watson to battle. This is Braden Garrett up to bat. He started off with a fly out to left field. This one's in the dirt. Good glove by Porter Lee, but it's a ball, so he will walk him.
Might have saved a run right there.
Yeah, good play.
Kind of scooped it.
Hunter White coming up to bat. Hunter White's the starting catcher for the Devil Dogs. So we got a force at first or second. Just take the easy bag if you get some kind of ground ball here. And I would be surprised. He does a good job there checking them. But I'd be surprised if they don't try to send this runner here. He's got some pretty good speed. And, with a runner on third, there he goes.
Kind of a delay
throw
still.
Down. Jones is going home, and that's going to be easy. He's going to get a triple. He's going to steal 2 bases out of this one. Got to have your middle of your defense. They've got to glove the ball in that situation.
That's
You're
the
going to
last thing
trust
you
them
wanted.
to make that throw down. And that's what I was talking about right there is a lot of times they won't even throw it with a runner on third. You'll see it in high school, but that's what kind of happens, and that's why a lot of coaches don't even attempt it.
Right.
Tough play there for the Apaches.
I mean, most teams kind of have some design play calls that they have on first and third situation on defense. And that was kind of a delayed steal. So Porter, he thought he could have got him at second base, but didn't pan out.
Five nothing right now. Trying to block this wind a little bit coming at you.
It's blowing.
So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one's a little low, and that was a good job by Porter Lee to block the ball there. Keep that runner at third. Braden Garrett has really good speed. This one's hit off the end of the bat right into right field. 1 run's going to score. They'll hold the runner at first. So very good piece of hitting by Hunter White.
Hit it where it was thrown. Pitches outside, just taking it the other way. It's textbook right there.
6-0 Devil Dogs. Still got 2 outs. Got White on first. Nate Zachary up to bat. Starting center fielder. He bunts it. Should be an easy play here. It will be. And Pottsville gets out of the inning, but not after. Morrilton's able to score 3 more runs and go up 6-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the bottom half of the third right after this on ASN.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit.
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
All right, we're back here at George Wolf Field. 6-0. The Morrilton Devil Dogs have come into town and taken a big lead. Casey Jones, kind of the catalyst every time. 3-run shot in the first inning. Come back in this one, got an RBI off a blast to right center field, off the right center field wall, base of the wall. And he's got 4 ribbies now. He was able to get home as well on an errant throw to second. Well, I don't even know if the throw was that bad. It just hopped over the glove or under. And they're able to get a man on a throw down. Of course, they were able to get Jones in. And then just a couple good pieces of hitting for Morrilton, and 6-0 just like that. Pottsville's got to come to work right here at the plate and get some of this back. First pitch, a strike. And that is Bo Ade up to bat. 0-1's in the dirt, a little bit low, and he evens it out, 1-1. Didn't quite hit the dirt that time. This is he's batting out of that 9-hole. Cut on, missed, 1-2. Pottsville could really use a good start to this inning right now.
They just need to get some runners on base.
They've been batting pretty good so far this year. Everything I've seen from them, and that's a wide swing on that one. And he goes down. So let's see what we got coming up. Yep, turning the lineup over.
Just got him out there on that front foot, expecting a fastball and get off-speed pitch.
Yep.
Can't really do much with it.
We're losing our paper here in this win. Color man's going to go down and get it. All right, we're back. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch, swung on. Nice backhand by the shortstop.
Oh,
and he gets it over in time to beat out Izzy Johnson. What a play from the 6-man, Luke Carner. Wow, nice backhand and throw.
It's a big-time play right there from your shortstop. Going to his right, backhanding that, throwing it across his body.
Looking like Jalen Battle out there.
Jalen Battle, Derek Jeter.
Mr. November.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Pottsville, that's a tough one right there when you're down 6-0 and they get a momentum play like that. When a guy just, shows off a frozen rope, gets your guy out, and he's trying to get runners on base in a bad way. Now you got 2 outs. 1-0 pitch, though, to Porter Lee. Porter Lee, I know he's a baller right here, and he ain't gonna. I know he's frustrated a little bit with how today's gone. So 1-1. Let's see if he keeps his composure here and gets a good pitch that he can square up and drive. 1-1 is in the dirt. Gets behind the catcher. Count moves to 2-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. 6-0 Morrilton. Pitch is high, moves a 3-1. Garrett in trouble of possibly losing him here, and if he does, you don't want that. You know, when you got 2 outs, a lot of times you'll see that happen where you got 2 outs, innings going great, you get a guy on some kind of a walk, and then, you know, anything can happen from there. Next pitch, hit on. Third base, it's gobbled up. Throws in the dirt, though. He's going to go. He's going to. He's going to get there easily, and he'll hold him up at second base. That ball, one hop, got past the first baseman, Casey Jones. That was, who we got at third?
Blakely.
Duncan Blakely. Them two bad in that 3-4 hole as well. And, you know, bobbled it a little bit. Sometimes when you do that, you kind of rush that throw.
Mm-hmm. That was a hard hit ball to third. And I think Casey Jones here at first base, you know, that ball's kind of in that in-between area.
Right.
If it's a short hop or can you actually catch it in the air. So I think that's kind of what happened there. But Porterly going to second base.
Yep, so it's a good job.
Got a pinch runner.
Up. Aiden Owens, yeah, we got a pinch runner. You see the number on him?
I think it's Cooper Duval again.
Yep, okay.
You can see kind of the dirt on his jersey and just tell.
Right.
He's tall, too.
Yep, that's him. The sophomore, he's got a lot of speed on him. Not getting a big lead. This one's, you're going to call it a swing. You're going to say no. So it's 2-0. Aiden Owens, another good player for this Pottsville Apache team. He's one of the guys you want up in a spot like this. It's a long fly ball to left field. The left fielder's backing up over his shoulder. He misses it. He's going to try to turn 2. He'll get it easily. And he's going to score a run. Great piece of hitting by Aiden Owens off an error in left field. He'll get the runner, Porter Lee, in, and Pottsville is on the board. Good job by the Apaches. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
You got 2 quick outs. Was it a strikeout, I believe, and that throw from the 6th man, the shortstop, to 3. Yeah. And, I mean, just a little bit of a Sports Center top play there, you know, on that play.
Web gym.
Yeah, web gym is the word I was looking for. Right, good
yeah.
job. And, man, you just kind of mess around with that next batter, 3-1. He gets on base on an error, and there you go. Got back-to-back errors.
Yeah.
The left fielder has struggled today, and I'm telling you that wind is playing a little bit of a factor as well.
Absolutely.
That ball just kept on carrying. This one swung on, tipped back into the backstop.
And I'm sure in the outfield it's a little muddy too, so it's not the best traction that you got out there trying to run around and catch a fly ball.
And you're on the road for Morrilton, and, you know, they're not 100% used to how this field plays and how that field works as well. I don't know if you can see it in any of our camera pans, but there's a little bit of a dirt track out there. Kind of goes in the middle, and you know, that makes it kind of odd. But he'll get a strikeout right here. He struck out Aiden Watson, the pitcher. He went down swinging. So we're going to get a break. 6-1. Pottsville able to get 1 across. We'll be back for inning number 4 right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
All right, we're back at George Wolf Field here at Pottsville. The Apaches have finally got a run on the board. They were down 6-0, now it's 6-1. It's a good piece of two-out hitting. Actually, it was really back-to-back errors, but a good job to stay up there and put that ball in play and make it tough by Porter Lee and Aiden Owens. So, top of the fourth, and they're at the top of the lineup. Looks like Maddox Hogan coming up to bat. Nope, we got Hogan's just outside already. Looks like number 12, Caden Mealer, coming up. That is that left fielder that's had some issues over there.
The field's a little muddy today.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, yeah.
Grass looks kind of thick, too.
And I'm being joined by Trevor Hawley, and joining our broadcast booth for a moment. His first pitch is a little inside, 1-0. But Trevor Hawley, you're from Bryant, correct?
Correct.
Well, my wife's from Benton, so she already doesn't like you. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Trevor, as we get through this.
I'm from Bryant, as he said, graduated in 2020. Go to Arkansas Tech with Adam. I'm a sophomore.
Broadcast journalist.
Correct.
Major.
Do the news station there. This is my first time going live on the mic, though, so
yeah,
it's a great opportunity. It's been a great game so far. A couple fielding problems for the Pottsville Apaches, but other than that, and a homer in the first inning really killed them.
Right. But they're going to start out with a 4-pitch walk here. So the sophomore, Aiden Watson. Yeah, we're going to have a talk from Coach. That's what I was about to say, is he may be a little bit of a short rope here in this one because his first start in high school, as far as we're aware, he's actually had a pretty good showing. If he didn't have to go up against a man named Casey Jones, it would be a lot better. But looks like they are going to make a switch. See what we got coming in. Looks like the catcher, Porter Lee, he'll take off that gear. Well, I'm not sure. That was just a bullpen man running up. Number 10 coming in. Number 10 that's another sophomore, Cash Bartlett. So we're going to get a pitching change. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
All right, we're back at George Wolf Field. So we got Cash Bartlett, a sophomore, coming in for a sophomore at pitcher. It looks like Aiden Watson is going to move over to first, which is where Bartlett was playing to start the game. Getting the last warm-up pitch. Looks like we're ready for baseball here. 6-1, top of the fourth. All right, so Bartlett's first pitch. Pitching out the stretch right off the bat. This may be his first high school action as well. It's a little outside fastball.
And I'm sure this game is kind of nerve-wracking to pitch in as your first high school appearance after you saw what happened to the other sophomore pitcher. So Hopefully he can get those nerves out the way and throw a good rest of the game.
I'm trying to see the number. We got, I believe that's Maddox Hogan. Yeah, it is. The leadoff batter. Yeah, so it's tough to start there as well, right at the top.
And
so 2-0.
You want to be scared of Casey Jones.
Right.
He's killing the ball today.
You definitely, unless you get a double play ball here, you're going to face him. 2-0, no outs. 2-0 pitch. He's going. He's hit on. Man, nice line drive over to shortstop's head. Good job by the left fielder to come in and keep that ball in front of them. And they'll hold it to a single. But a really good hit there by the leadoff man for Morrilton, Maddox Hogan.
And
good job by Bo 8A to come up there and keep that ball from getting past him because it was stroked pretty hard.
And in left field, if y'all can't see it, it's a little dead patch of grass too. So the ball might have some movement or a lot of movement based on which part of the grass it hits.
Right. It's something to do with the sprinkler system. But if you look throughout there, you'll see a little dead patch all the way around there. It's almost like a super early warning track.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know there's some muddy spots out there. We've had some weather lately and going to get some more, it looks like, tomorrow.
Yep, I'm tired of it snowing all the time.
Old man Winter can't make up his mind, can he?
It's been snowing the last couple of weeks.
Got to throw back a second. Boy, after what happened a moment ago, you know, that's takes some guts to make those throws, and he did a great job and a good job at second base by Easton Stevens. Gloved that right on his back.
And there have been a few throwing errors on plays after pickoff, too, that have allowed a couple runs to come in.
This pitch bounces out of the glove for a ball. Counts 1-1. This is Luke Carner. Luke Carner's been on base twice. He got hit by a pitch and then he got walked. See what he does now on his third time. Off speed, away. Moves the count to 2-1. First time these guys are getting a look at Bartlett, though. I'd like to find out if Cash Bartlett is kin to the dentist, Mr. Bartlett. My dad played college football at Arkansas Tech with Bartlett, the dentist in Russellville, back in the day, a long time ago, in the 70s. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 2-2. Next pitch. It's fouled off. This might hit a car.
Don't hit my car.
It's going to be a one-hopper if it does. Uh-oh. It does. Right off the hood of a, I don't know what that is, a white little.
Looks like a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet.
That's 2 cars down from my car. Got a little scared there.
Yeah, that's why I don't park over there. I park way out. I know this part pretty well. 2-2. High. Not a terrible waste pitch, though. 3-2 now. Count is full. We got 2 runners on. One on first, one on second. There's so much white uniform out here today.
Yeah, both teams are wearing white. It looks kind of weird.
There's no blue, though, so I have no idea why I called him Harrison early in the game. This ball stroked to left field, and it's over the left fielder's head all the way to the fence. One is going to score easily. Will they hold the runner at third? No, he's gone. And they'll save the throw, and we've got a 2 RBI double.
It looked like the left fielder had a bad jump there. It went right over his head, and he didn't realize it until it went past him.
So that happened right before Casey Jones comes up to bat. So you got Luke Carner, who's been on base 3 times in a row now. Hit by pitch, a walk, and a double to the left field wall. Yeah, and he just got turned around, and that wind's blowing left to right on your screen when you're looking at our manned camera here, and it's just that ball is carrying, and that ball was, I mean, it was absolutely roped over there. This one's down in the dirt, a stop, got a throw down, not in time. It's a pretty easy steal there for Carner.
Pretty dangerous when you throw the ball that way. The ball's going straight towards the runner, and the runner's coming at you. You got to make a decision whether to go in front of him or behind him.
Let's see if they actually will pitch to Casey Jones here. Give him something to get on the sweet spot of that bat. He's blasted the ball. 2 at bats so far. That one was in the dirt. Here's the 1-0. It's in the dirt. Past him. He's coming. Pitcher's covering. Got to get it down. It's going to be under it. It's a good call by Blue right there, the home plate umpire, and good job running the bases by number 15, Luke Carner. It's a good effort there by Bartlett covering. Porter Lee got up, he got there quickly, but, that's what you play with when you're trying to. Not exactly sure from my angle if that was a curveball in the dirt or just an off-speed down low, but it's a tough one. So now it's 9-1. Got another ball, so it's 3-0. Haven't given anything to KC to even think about hitting so far.
I wonder if they'll give them the green light, let them hit a ball that maybe they lob up there.
Nobody on base. That's going to be just a bit outside, 4-0, and he's going to walk to first. And he's still perfect on the night on getting on base. So now we've got Duncan Blakely, the real 4-0 hitter, up. And Casey Jones now getting a pinch runner. Looks like number 23 coming into the game. That is Sam Keller, just a sophomore.
A lot of sophomores playing today.
Yeah, for both teams. I believe the run rule is 10 after 5. Right now it's 9-1.
Top of the 4th.
This pitch is low. Bartlett's lost his zone a little bit since the big fly ball to left field.
And I'm sure that's easy to do, especially if it's his first game pitching in high school. Your confidence might be a little more shook than you'd like.
Right. We saw that early from Watson. Watson settled in and started getting some Ks and had some good moments there for about an inning and a half. He was also just a sophomore, so Bartlett really hasn't had time to really settle into anything. He's not quite found the zone yet.
And it didn't help he got thrown in there in a jam.
Oh, yeah.
Runner's already on.
Batter up. This pitch gets away from the catcher. Runner's going to move up 90 feet easily. And that's a walk. So we've got no outs still. They've already scored 3 in the inning. Got 2 on, first and second. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Might be, let's see. Yep, catcher's coming in to talk as well.
Pinch runner for Morrilton.
Back-to-back pinch runners. That's number 8 coming in. Jake Session. He is a senior. Looks like they're not going to make a change. They're just talking to Bartlett. Just tell him to calm down, throw some strikes here. Find that zone. He wants something positive to happen to him here right now before, he makes any moves. Trying to give him a little bit of leash here, a little bit of slack on that leash,
Yeah.
Before he hooks him. Understandably so. He needs some positivity to happen in your first, it's tough. It ain't all on Bartlett for sure. I mean, this Morrilton team is really tough at the top of the lineup, and he was thrust into action right there in that spot. Looks like Tresvant up to bat. I'm not sure who is other because it should be Murat or Moreau. This ball bounces off the catcher. Both runners are going to move up. See if we can get a number on that batter.
It's going to be hard from this angle.
If he'll swing at one, we might get a look. That's a strike down the middle. Good job from Bartlett. 1-1. Trezvant started this game in right field, and that's who that looks like. Well, I'm not 100% just yet.
I want to say it's number 7.
Yeah, that's Trezvant now.
Okay.
Braden Trezvant. So he's batting for the pitcher, Moreau. He was a DH. So they're switching that DH around. Moreau or Murat. That's the one. I don't know if you heard us earlier. We were talking about making the jokes about the gray Murat. It sounds like a Game of Thrones name.
Guess we'll see his number now.
So he walks off a full count. Got a ball, and that is Trezvant. Trezvant is a big-time name over in Morrilton. Just major athletes. We are going to get a pitch and change now. Let's see who we can tell who it is before we take a little break. Looks like they're bringing in the center fielder. That is who it's going to be. So we'll be back right after this on ASN.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back in Pottsville on the Arkansas Sports Network. Pottsville has made a pitch and change. We've got Izzy Johnson, the starting center fielder, up to pitch. Izzy, the junior for the Apaches, he got quite a bit of pitching action last season. He's got a live arm on him, and we'll see if he can settle in here, get his control down, and throw some strikes. And I mean, right now, Pottsville's looking at an opportunity to get run ruled in this one if they don't kind of settle in a little bit here. We've still got no outs. This has been a one long top, half of this inning, the fourth inning. So they really need Izzy to come in here and settle it down a little bit, see if they can get some outs.
And that's what unfortunately happens when you put two guys who may have not pitched before against a team like Morrilton, who's hit the ball very well today.
Yeah, and these are conference foes, but this game early on is not a conference matchup. It won't count on the conference record. These teams are going to see each other 2 more times this year, at least. The Porterly looks to stay at catcher. Getting his last few warm-up pitches in is Izzy Johnson. And you can see, he's got a pretty live arm.
It almost looked like he slipped on that last warm-up.
Yeah, he kind of stretched there. Getting ready. All right, so Trezvant is on first. He just got on a walk. should be the pitcher Braden Garrett in, unless they've made a pitching change. Number 14 up the bat. And it looks like him. That's a first pitch strike by Izzy Johnson, so that's a good start. We got bases loaded. He is in a tough jam coming out quickly out of the stretch. Take a pitch, fouled off. That's a good way to get strike two. Keep those runners still.
Wind's picking up.
Yeah, that's tough on these outfielders.
And he actually just threw that pitch out of the windup, which is
a little odd.
Strange with bases loaded. It might be just for his comfort, though.
I mean, yeah, his comfort. 9-1. This one's fouled, hits the runner.
That would have been a great double play ball.
Yeah, it would have. If it just stayed up there inside the fairground in the box. Seen it done before.
Be very unfortunate for Morrilton. A ball right there, catcher just stands up, steps on, and throws.
I've also seen it where they throw it to first and then have to throw back home and try to, now they got a tag.
Yeah, makes it more complicated than it needs to be, but.
Way more. So now he got a ball a little bit high. 1-2. Well, if he could get a strikeout right here, it would be really big for Pottsville.
Strikeout, then maybe next batter get a ground ball.
Same pitch, a little bit high. That one stayed even higher. 2-2. You know, these Morrilton batters are just sitting here watching, seeing what he's throwing. Is he able to locate anything but the fastball? That one's just right on the black, right above, just right at that letters.
And it's weird, he's been calling him high all day, so yeah. I thought he was going to ring him up, but I guess not. That one wasn't good enough for his liking.
Batter's a little bit smaller, maybe part of it.
That is true.
Not much, though. He's called that for sure today. 2-2. Same spot. This one's maybe a hair higher. That's 3-2, sorry. So now he walks in a run. 10-1. And we got number 6 coming up, Hunter White. He singled to right his first at bat. We're going to get a pinch runner on first for the pitcher, Braden Garrett. That's number 26. He came in earlier, I believe. Maybe not. Peyton Habner.
I don't think I've heard that name today, so.
So Hunter White up the bat. Here comes the pitch from Izzy Johnson. Swung on and missed. Low fastball. Big cut on that one.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences.
Yeah, had a big upswing on it.
And I'm really surprised the Morrilton runners aren't getting a bigger lead than they are with him pitching out of the windup.
Next pitch, fastball. That one's more right on, and he swings and misses this one as well. 0-2. 10-1. Harrison, top of the fourth. We've been in the top of the fourth, seems like, for 45 minutes. Probably exaggerating a little bit there, but it's been a while.
This is the third pitcher of the inning, so.
It could be 45. Is that what you're saying?
And they've changed runners about 4 or 5 times, too.
Yeah. This pitch was high and in a little bit. 1-2. I'm going to go back home and watch this game later for the broadcast, and I'm going to see that center field cam. Just our booth, our setup here. We can't see that, so from our angle, we're over here behind first base kind of, and there'll be a few of these I'll be like, oh, that wasn't inside. And you can see that center field camera. But
it's definitely hard to be even though most parents would like to say you can see the balls and strikes from the side, but you just can't. 2-2.
You can do a pretty good job, but yeah, it's tough. Sometimes that catcher sets up as well. Makes it a little of an adjustment. 2-2 pitch. Base is still loaded. This one's high. 3-2. Full count again. Still no outs. Still bases loaded. Pottsville needs an out in a bad way right here. It's a little high and tight. Fastball is a ball. So they're going to cross another one. So now they've got that 10-run lead, 11-1. So Pottsville doesn't. They're going to have 2 more innings to score, but they've got to get back within 10 to not be a run roll in this one. It's not been their day so far. Morrilton's come out hot in that first inning, and now Pottsville's just struggled in this inning for the most part, just finding that zone.
I guess we'll have to see if Morrilton brings in a new pitcher for next inning, too.
Big leadoff at first. No reason why not. Nate Zachary up to bat. Yep, Braden Garrett's done a pretty good job pitching today for the Devil Dogs, so wouldn't be surprised if they make a change here, get some Pouty some work. This ball gets behind them, they're not going to send anybody.
Well, I can tell you if the third base runner had a big as lead as the first base runner, he definitely would have scored.
Yeah, I mean, if it was still 10-1, we might have seen them send them, but I think they're calling off the Devil Dogs a little bit right now.
Yeah.
My producer's cracking me up. Mr. Bill Harshaw is Coach Long, for Morrilton calls him Juju Harshaw. 1-2, got a strike on that one. Yeah, he texted, well, we won't even get into that, but he called him Charlie Daniels today, wearing that hat. I call him Blues Traveler when you wear that Bill Harshaw. Makes me want to buy you a violin or a harmonica and bring it. Next pitch is no good. 2-2. 11-1, top of the fourth. We still don't have an out. We need a double play ball in a bad way right now. A triple would be nice. Get a one-hop or actually a little liner to third, step on the bag. This one's hit off his knee.
Almost got the same thing where the ball just landed in front of the plate. So, and the sun's getting to the point where the batters are having a hard time seeing, it looks like.
It's one of those fields where the third base dugout, when it's really hot out, you know, when you're getting more at the end of the season, they just kind of bake over in that third base dugout. I know at Dover, the girls' softball, high school softball field's that same way, looking into that sun. But it's great for fielders. It's great for first basemen, you know. Only time, I mean, really the batter's the only one that has to deal with it a little bit. In high school, playing them late games. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, and we've got our first out of the inning. 11-1, Morrilton all over the Apaches right now, but Izzy Johnson able to get an out right there, and that's, you know, the old cliche, get that monkey off your back, and let's see if this settles him in here a little bit when we get out of this inning.
Bases loaded, make it easy for the double play ball too, but
this pitch a little low and away, it looked like.
As big as a lead the first base runner is getting, I don't know how easy it'd be if you got a ground ball up the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's getting almost to where
it's Hunter White.
He's halfway to second.
That was Nate Zachary that struck out. We got Caden Mealer, and he slices that one foul off the backstop right at the first base dugout door, right above it.
We just about had a souvenir.
Yeah, I had my head down looking at that name, and the ball was bouncing off the net when I looked back up. We've had some hot shots through here a little bit, not too bad though.
I'm sure those are fun to dodge. We don't have anything to protect us, so we got to do it ourselves.
Just going to turn my ear and hope the headset gets hit.
Looks like the batter got hit by the breaking
Must
ball.
have got him on the sleeve.
Didn't sound like it hit him, but the ump came out there and said it got him.
So it's 12-1 now. Caden Mealer going to reach on a hit by pitch. And the lineup is turning back over. So second time in this inning that Maddox Hogan is been up to bat. I believe Mealer had been up too. I know Hogan came up against the pitcher Bartlett when he first came in. Got some pinch running.
21 for Morrilton.
21 in. That is Caden Alzotti. He's a senior. First pitch in the dirt at the shoes. Good glove there by Mr. Porter Lee to save that one. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's hit dead center field. He's backing up, way back, almost to the fence. He'll catch it right in front of the wall. Got a runner, scores. He's going to get move everybody up 90 foot, 13-1.
That ball was pretty well hit, but died down right in front of that big wall out in center field. So
it's a good job playing it by the center fielder there. Let's see who went in there at center. I know Izzy was there. Was that Bart?
13.
Okay, so we got Porter Lee at center. See who's catching now. So we got 2 outs. Runners on second and third. First pitch gets away. Number 1 maybe.
That's what it looks like. You can't see a number because of that backstrap.
Yeah, so that's the starting pitcher, Aiden Watson. He moved to catcher when they brought in Izzy Johnson, and Porter Lee, the catcher, moved to center field. So a lot of movement today for the Apaches. It shows you something, though. Porter Lee, he's one of your better pitchers. He can play catcher. He fills in for Gavin Harris right now. Harris is still mending up from the Tommy John and able to go over there and play center field as well. So very versatile.
It's a great thing for him also if he wants to play baseball after high school.
Right, because those are the prime positions. Shortstop, center, catcher that get drafted the most, and pitcher, of course.
And then if you show a coach you can do it all, they might like you even better.
Also let you know he's got a pretty good arm.
Yeah.
This ball is hit off, looked like a little bit off the end cap. Got a 1 hop to short. It can't be picked out. Runner's going home. And he gets in easily. Pottsville got their head in the dirt right now. They got to get it up, clean that up. Bartlett's had a tough day, on the mound. Got his first start, or not a start, but he got his first significant work that we know of. Tough play right there on that pick. Another run came in. It's 15-1. They have blown it up in this inning. I believe it was 6-1, so they've scored 9 in the inning. Guess who's up to bat?
Old Casey Jones. Which is never a good look, especially today.
So Luke Carner, he gets a pinch runner.
And the only bad thing about when you throw harder, it's easier to get it out because of the way, I guess, velocity and that.
What's the count, Bill?
It's none to none.
Right. First, exactly. And the scoreboard throwing us off here. First pitch to Casey Jones after that pinch runner came in is a fastball or is a strike. That was a little bit of off speed.
Yeah, it looked like it was about to hit him, at least from our angle.
So 0-1 to Casey Jones. How many ribbies can he get in one day? He's what he's thinking about. He swings hard at this one. It's coming back at our booth. It's going to land on the first base dugout. Goes in behind after it tips off the 10 off the middle, off the top.
And these guys that park right behind the first base dugout, I would be careful about your car.
Right, definitely don't park there.
Especially with how high Casey Jones is hitting that ball.
A lot of rotation off that bat. 0-2.
That will take out your windshield.
He's 0-2 earlier today when he hit that one off the right center field wall. That one's away and low. 1-2. 1-2, 15-1. Not a great day for Pottsville today. They want to get this one over with, put it behind them. But it's a good thing that this wasn't a conference game. It's just a non-conference scheduled game.
And it's a great way to learn, put this one behind you, and just improve off of it.
I promise you, guys like Cash Bartlett and Aiden Watson, this game will do so much for them. It's something they can go back on as the years go on and probably even later this season. Casey Jones strokes that one right into the dirt. It's going to get through, though, and he'll get a single. So he's been on base 4 for 4 now. Had a 3-run jack, a RBI off the right center wall. Then he got walked, and now he's got a single. Casey Jones is somebody's asking me what year he is. Number 30. He is a senior. Pottsville fans are clapping right now at home.
For sure, for sure.
Now we got the 4-hole man up. Duncan Blakely. Blakely's had a couple strikeouts today. So we got to force it any bag except for home plate. One pitch. Izzy's starting to pitch more out of the stretch. 1-2. Got a strike right there. Got an opportunity here to get off the field.
Be a big time play right here.
And he gets him. That's his third K for Mr. Duncan Blakely. And Pottsville finally gets off that field. 15-1, though. They give up 9 runs in the inning. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 4th right after this on the Arkansas Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit.
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
All right, we are back at Pottsville. The Apaches find themselves down 15-1. They're up the bat now, bottom of the fourth. Had a terrible top half of this fourth inning, but let's see what they can do. They can cut back in this lead and not get run ruled. We've got Easton Stevens up to bat. Stevens been playing second base today. He starts out with a strike. It's 0-1. Second pitch to Stevens is in the dirt, 1-1. Starter still going, Braden Garrett for the Devil Dogs.
I don't blame him for keeping him in. He's had a great day pitching.
Might be the last inning of work if, he'll have to do one more. He'll have to pitch the bottom of the fifth, but he's already warm. This one's hit off the end of the bat, off of Casey Jones' chest. Nice stop. He's able to gobble it up and get to first in time. That was a hard hit, though, from Stevens. He got that down the line, got a big turn on it.
Looks like Casey's feeling it. He's rubbing his chest a little bit. He's bent over now.
He's like, Coach, why can't I just be the DH, man? You see what I'm doing up at the plate?
I mean, I guess that'd work, but
he probably wants to play first. He's done a great job at it. Good job taking that one off the chest. Keeping it in front of him. Able to make the play. Got a called strike. Should be Cash Bartlett up to bat now. He's playing first right now after he came off the mound. I think he's a little frustrated with that first outing, Nothing to keep his head down about, though. He got thrust into a tough spot. And just building experience. Next pitch, he does a good job taking that one. 1-1, little off speed inside.
And sometimes that's what a pitcher needs. Get hit around a lot, and then you realize what you need to get done.
He strokes this ball, and it's going up the middle. He's going to get a base hit. Good job for Cash Bartlett to bounce back at the plate right there. And he stroked that ball pretty good on the ground in between the center field or the middle infielders. Playing shot caller in the stadium. It's not real loud, but pickoff play. He's back. It was dropped anyways by Jones.
Pottsville's almost got a couple times getting a little too far off the bag.
That was a really nice swing by Bartlett, and he's got some good size on him for just a sophomore. He takes a decent lead. Next pitch is high. Bartlett comes back. We've got, it should be Gavin Harris, the designated hitter, up to bat, number 27. It is. Harris has a lot of potential at the plate. You weren't up here earlier, Trevor, but Harris is a really good defensive catcher, recovering from Tommy John surgery right now, just able to bat at the moment. This pitch is low, 1-0. 2-0, sorry. Scoreboard a little behind. I was like, I think there was a pitch before that.
Tommy John's very, very popular surgery to have while you're playing baseball. And I'd say it's better to have it when you're younger, get it out the way.
Yeah, nowadays especially years ago there was a lot more rehab involved, and nowadays, especially if you're getting talked to by college coaches and stuff, as soon as they even think there's some kind of issue going on in there, they jump to it pretty quickly a lot of times, but don't know the situation on this exactly. We're not saying that at all, but we're just saying he got it done, and man, Tommy John will get you back actually better than what you were before you tore it, because you get back to once you get past it, it's hard to come back from it. It's about a year rehab. Sometimes guys struggle for 15 months before they really can get over it, but what it does is it gets you back to before that ligament kind of started wearing down, that UCL. Right. My nephew, Christian Ewing, a lot of Pottsville fans know him. He was a great pitcher for Dover over the years, had some great battles when Coach McCarty was still over here at Pottsville, and I think he had 26 wins as a high school pitcher, and he strained his UCL as a junior, only pitched in 3 conference games. But it wasn't a terrible strain. He went through physical therapy, was able to come back and pitch his senior year, and had a great season.
And, of course, now you see kids throwing curveballs and sliders younger and younger.
And honestly, that does a lot of it, but to me it's more of just overthrowing too, because there's hardly any breaks. There's travel ball in the fall, there's travel ball in the spring. You got high school, rec ball, whatever you might be playing on the way up. And so he's going to reach base here on a walk. Good job at the plate for Gavin Harris. So we got 2 on. Down 15-1, 1 out.
Sometimes it's all it takes, just a little rally.
Jacob Leggett coming up.
Spark a couple runs.
That's right. Senior up to bat for the Apaches. All right, we're ready for pitch. First pitch to Leggett. Strike down the middle. So now he's seen it. He says, please give me another one just like that one. Looked about 75 miles an hour that time to me.
Looked like it was right at the belt level.
It's a little outside this time. Same pitch, though, other than being a little out.
And that's one of the hardest pitches to frame as a catcher, that outside of the plate. Inside, you can just turn the glove. Outside, you kind of got to drag it back.
Yeah, off balance a little bit on that reach. Makes it tough on you. One's an off speed down low. 2-1. Good job being patient at the plate by Jacob Leggett. Pottsville could use a extra base hit in a bad way right now. This one's high, 3-1. They'll take a walk as well, even though that keeps the forces alive at every base.
Looks like Garrett's starting to lose some of that stuff he had in the last couple of innings.
Yeah, his fastball looks like it's died down a little bit. It looked in low 80s early on. That was a good call. Strike on 3-1. He evens the count out. Or, I'm sorry, he gets it back to full. 3-2.
Batter's ready to take his base.
All right, Leggett. See if he can get a good pitch, not get fooled here. Pressure's back to him a little bit. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Fastball down the middle. Maybe a little hair outside, but and it's a good strike out pitch there from Braden Garrett. So 2 outs. Pottsville in danger of leaving 2 runners on base here. Up to bat now is Bo Ade. Bo Ade, the starting left fielder. I'm sorry. I think he's in the. Yes, he is the starting left fielder. Struggled a little bit early today. First pitch is a ball. Good take.
Looked like Morrilton switched up their outfield a little bit. Tresvant started in right field, now he's in left.
He's in left.
I can't tell who's in center or right, so looks like they're getting guys a couple more experience than they had to.
This one swung on, fouled way back over the plate. It ended up being on the T-ball field over there. Close to it. So it's 1-1 with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Bo Ade digs in. He's waiting on a pitch from Garrett. It's in the dirt, easy to lay off. Count moves to 2-1.
That one moved like inch to the plate. It was so slow. He took a lot off of that. This fastball's got a little zip on it. That one looked like it was going to bounce.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. He pulled a little extra back that time, but it's outside. It gets away. And both Pottsville runners are going to move up 90 feet. So we got runners on second and third with 2 outs and a full count.
I bet that takes a little pressure off Morrilton because the runners were going to go anyway this pitch. So
So here we go. Garrett to 8A. 3-2. The pitch. Took a little off. It's outside. Good job at the plate by Bo 8A. And we're going to turn the lineup over. And Izzy Johnson coming up, and he's got a bases loaded, ducks on a pond right here. Kind of help his team get back in this game.
Leadoff hitter's the guy you want up in this situation. Back against the wall, 2 outs. Needs something to happen. So might as well be here leadoff guy.
Get a base hit, get a couple runs in, hopefully. We'll be big right here. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Looks like Garrett's starting to lose it a little bit here.
Yeah, his control's kind of all over the place.
And he's talking to Coach. Took his glove off.
Swiping the mound a little bit.
Looks like he might be ready to call it a day himself. We'll see, though. Could be talking about, other stuff. Coach talking to him about something. This one's just a hair low, 2-0. That was close right there. I thought he might call it.
There it is. That's good. Coming to you.
Good camera work there by Brad Caldwell. Got our second base runner. This pitch is swung on, and
he called it a foul tip, or
it's a strike regardless.
Yep.
It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, it should be 2-2, should it not? This one's stroked. One hop's past the second baseman. It's going to get all the way to right center. He'll throw it in. He's throwing home. Not going to get there in time. And everybody will hold, though. So Izzy Johnson with a nice ground ball up middle of the field. Got past the second baseman. Kind of took a wicked hop on him. And 2-1.
He's ready for the low hop, and it bounced right over him.
So we got 15-3 now. Good job by the leadoff batter.
Second baseman got down low to get that low hop, and then it bounced right over his glove. So,
yeah, that ball was hit hard. Bounced hard off that dirt. Going to get a pinch runner in for Izzy Johnson. Izzy's pitching right now. So we got number 32 coming in the game to run. That's Caleb Ham. He's a senior. Up to bat should be Porter Lee. Porter Lee's going to swing on the first pitch. Backhand from third. Can he beat him out? He does. Got to stay on the bag. He does. Good job. And Porter Lee hits it to the third baseman and eats him up. Ball went away from him, out of bounds. That's Duncan Blakely. And he's able to get back, but good piece of running there to run that out and beat him there and stay on the bag as well. So 15-3, 2 outs. Pottsville getting some work here. Making Braden Garrett earn it. Aiden Owens up the bat. Pottsville's got a really good top of their lineup. They've been having a pretty good season so far. First pitch was a ball. Here comes the 1-0. It's hit. It's going to be foul. Into the dugout. Bounces around like a pinball wizard. And the count moves to 2-0.
You saw everybody jump and run.
Right. Taking out ankles and heads. Looked like everybody was okay. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, froze him a little bit. Outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Garrett's picked up the velocity on a couple pitches as of late. So here comes the 1-2. It's outside. 2-2 now.
This is what
good job by Owens to lay off.
You really need a good discipline at the plate when you're trying to come back from a lot. Put you back into games.
Definitely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 15-3, bottom of the 4th. Aiden Owens gets the pitch. He's going to fly this one into that right center gap. Looks like he's got a beat on it. Should be an easy play. It is. And that's going to be out number 3. So the Pottsville Apaches get 2 back on. And they're still down 12, though. We'll be back for the top of the fifth right after this on ASN.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit.
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
We're back at George Wolf Field here at Pottsville. Apache's able to cut into that lead, got a couple runs back in that bottom of the fourth, but it's still 15-3 Morrilton Devil Dogs in this non-conference action versus a conference foe. Kind of an odd thing, but playing an early one in this one, agreement between the two schools, and so it's 15-3 Morrilton. They're coming up to bat here. Izzy Johnson back on the mound for the top of the fifth. First pitch, nice hard strike from Izzy. I believe we've got Braylon Tresvan up to bat. Oh, 1 pitch, just outside. 1-1.
Sun went down, it's getting kind of chilly.
Yeah, it's definitely getting cold out here now. So here comes a 1-1 from Izzy Johnson. It's swung on back to the pitcher. He snags that one. Easy play to first, and he'll retire Braylon Tresvan. I want to call him Josh so bad. His brother. Oh, well, I don't know if it's his brother, but definitely one of those Tresvants from Morrilton. Just an amazingly athletic family. Coached some 10U ball last year. They had a Tresvan on a little travel team from Morrilton, and she was their star pitcher, and she played, I think, third or short when she wasn't pitching. And so, very athletic family from the Morrilton area. And I could be, I don't know, losing my mind here, but I'm pretty sure the Tresvan is the barbecue. Tresvan that has that barbecue little trailer, comes around, amazing barbecue. His pitch is in the dirt, gets behind the backstop or behind the catcher into the backstop. Going to move the count to 1-1.
They said he swung.
Oh, okay.
Ump had him going, so.
Okay, so it is a ball. Never mind, Trevor. It's 1-1.
Ump pointed at him, called it a strike. He just said 0-2 with his fist.
I bet they're going to fix it then. If it's 0-2. If he showed that with the fist. So 0-2. This one's high, out of the glove. Scoreboard's still wrong, I believe.
No, it's 1-2, so it's right now.
Well, they had 0-1 before that crazy pitch.
Right.
So I don't know. This one's right on the bottom of the right screen. Yeah, the one on your screen is right. Next pitch.
Wow.
Is a drop third strike. And what a cannon from Porter Lee. To throw him out at first. Wow. If he didn't have a cannon right there, he would have got it easily.
Kind of a scary play when you got to decide what side of the bag to go to. The runner's coming at you. The ball's coming right over the runner's head.
It's not scary for the guy throwing it, but it's scary for
not. But
for the runner.
Runner and first baseman, you see a lot of big collisions happen right there.
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of injuries happen as well. I've seen a lot of injuries where the first baseman, the ball's thrown off and he tries to swipe at him and get that arm popped
Right.
back.
Hurts your shoulder.
As a runner, it's a scary spot, but you can't even think about that. You just got to run. Just kind of hope it doesn't happen. When you start thinking about it, that's when it does happen, it seems like. So we got 2 outs.
Ouch. That sounded like it went. The catcher's glove missed it.
Yeah, I got into the shin pads or something there, it sounded like. So we got a 1-1 count. I believe that's Maddox Hogan up to bat. No, it's not Hogan because he just walked by us. So we got a pinch hitter in, or a substitution. Is that Luke Carner? I think that's Luke Carner, number 15. I think that was Hogan. Yep, number 15 is up.
15's right there by the dugout. So,
well,
it is number 6. It looked like. I guess we're just guessing at this point.
If that's Hunter White. Hunter White started today in a 6-0, 7-0. Well, he was a catcher. He wasn't the DH, the pitcher was, so. Three-two, full count. Here comes a pitch from Izzy Johnson. Swung on, foul tipped.
Almost had the exact same situation as Garrett right there.
Next pitch, hit the second. Nice play from Easton Stevens, and he gets the out at first. So we got a 4-3 ground out there, and that's going to retire on 15-3. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Pottsville is going to have to get at least 3 runs to keep the game going. We'll be back on ASN right after this.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers,
Farm Credit,
supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back here at Pottsville. So the Apaches had a much better top of the fifth, getting the Morrilton Devil Dogs off the field. You had Braylon Tresvant got retired, Braden Garrett, and Hunter White. And that was Garrett on that drop third strike, and just an excellent job by Porter Lee to hustle up and get that ball and gun him out at first.
It was an incredible throw.
Yeah.
All the way at the back, stopped to first base.
If they don't make that play, that gets a guy on, and then, you never know what's going to happen after that. Kind of get some momentum going towards the Devil Dogs. So good job of keeping everybody off base that inning. Pottsville needs 3 runs to keep playing baseball here to kind of climb back in this game. They need big innings, but they got to have 3 or it's over.
And it could have been even worse if that ball goes over his head.
Yeah, definitely. They've had enough errors today. Don't need to see any more. Got a new pitcher in. So that's what happened. We're trying to figure out how Tresvant kind of batted where he did. So is that number 2, looks like?
Yes.
Maddox Hogan, who started this game at second base, pitching now, and that first pitch, he had some juice on it. This one,
he's
little
rearing
high.
back and throwing for sure.
So Garrett has now moved to second base, so they switch places.
Guess they need to talk about something. They don't like the signs or.
Yeah. Gray Moreau started this game as a DH, so that's what happened. Tresvant went into that DH hole. So, 15-3, and it's a 1-1 count. And they're trying to sort out what they're calling here, getting those signs right, like you said, Trevor, and we'll see what they do here. See if they've got that worked out, and see if possibly we can get a big base hit, lead off this inning. 1-1 low, make it 2-1. So here comes a 2-1 pitch. And Hogan delivers a strike that time.
He is throwing heat.
Yeah, he's got a live arm. It's 2-2. That's Aiden Watson up to bat for Pottsville, the starting pitcher in this game.
He's hilarious. He stops right in the middle of oop.
This one's a ball, 3-2. Full count.
I've never seen anybody stop so fast. I'm gonna come get that. I like that.
Watson, the sophomore.
Clear.
He's waiting. Got the sign. Here comes the pitch from Hogan. Fastball. He swung on and missed. A little bit of high heat right there. And they're going to start out with an out right off the bat. First batter retired. And they've got to score 3 runs here to keep this game going. Easton Stevens up the bat. Stevens hit that hard ground ball to Casey Jones a while ago. This one's in the dirt. Lost the grip on that one. Spiked it into the dirt. I see Casey take a step back. I think he might remember it.
Yeah, taking it off the chest.
Yeah, it's a strike down the middle. 1-1.
Because you do remember those. They hurt pretty bad.
Especially a little bit chilly out here, which it has cooled off. When he got hit, it was already cooling off. Stevens waiting on the pitch. Number 2 to number 2. Number 2 to number 2 with 2 strikes now. 1-2. 15-3. Bottom of the 5th. Pottsville fighting to stay playing baseball tonight. Need a base hit in a bad way. Here comes the pitch from Hogan. Fastball, it's fouled off, sliced over to third base dugout. Might make it over onto the softball field. A pretty big cut that time from Stevens.
Yep. Looked like he got it the inside of the barrel, too.
So 1-2 pitch. Took a little off speed. It's back to Jones. He misplays this one. That ball is going to go down the line in no man's zone. Stevens is going to round it out to second. No problem. No throw. Gets it into the cutoff Garrett, former pitcher. And he's got a double, a one-out double. Good piece of hitting from Easton Stevens off an error, honestly, though, from Jones. And maybe Jones had a little bit of, a little bit of flinch from that first time that Stevens struck that one off his chest, off that one hop.
It did look like it had a little bit of front spin after it hit the dirt straight to his glove.
Bartlett back up. Bartlett had a nice at bat his last trip up to the plate. Stevens with a decent lead. Bartlett, he was swinging for the fences on that one.
He was.
Looked like it might have been a little away, a little low. 0-1 though. Big cut from Bartlett. He's taking out frustration. He barreled it up his last time up. I think he was the one that hit that nasty one hop over second base, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong.
I think he was.
The pitch. Swung on that one. It's more down the middle this time. 0-2. Keep your head in there, young man. Watch this ball. Who knows what you're going to get now, though, on 0-2. Got to guard it. This one's low. 1-2. Good take from the sophomore. Our producer's not happy about the second baseman getting in our batter's eye. Oh, the umpire. The umpire in the batter's eye. And Bartlett's going to go down for that second out. He strikes out. Pottsville in a bad way right now. Gavin Harris, the designated hitter, up to bat.
Down to their last out. But they were down to their last out last time. They got a couple runs on the board.
Need a 2-out rally. Now, Harris steps out of the box. Garrett steps off the mound. He comes back now. Here we go. First pitch to Harris. Oh, that hurt. Might have got the pad. I don't know if he's got a pad on. It sounded like it.
It sounded like it didn't hit skin.
In that elbow area. It didn't sound like skin, did it? It sounded
sounded like a little plastic or.
He don't have a pad on though, so I'm not exactly sure where it got him.
Maybe he's got like a metal plate in his elbow or something.
That still would hurt.
Yeah. The elbow's real sensitive.
You got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And the game continuing batter up at the plate. He swings on a fastball down the middle on the first pitch. It's 0-1. That's Jacob Leggett back up there. Jacob Leggett. That one's strike called. 0-2.
Looked like the batter was out there trying to lean for it, but didn't swing.
So it's 0-2. Puts Leggett, the senior, in a tough situation here. He's got 2 on, trying to keep Pottsville's game alive. High fastball, easy to duck away out of that one. 1-2. And, man, Hogan's got a live arm for sure. That looked like it had some pretty good juice. He looks in the mid-80 range to me.
And, of course, Garrett, he was throwing pretty good first, and then he kind of lost his juice, and then you get a guy like this throwing up here, throwing heat again.
Off speed. Took a little off, and it's a swung on and miss, and that was number 25 up to bat. It was not Leggett. That was Matthew Loveland, the 9th grader, getting some work right there. So that's going to be the ball game. It looks like 15-3, 10 after 5. We're going to take one more break. We'll be back and wrap it up right here from Pottsville right after this.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers.
As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world.
For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
We're back at George Wolf Field as your Pottsville Apaches are going to fall tonight to the Morrilton Devil Dogs, 15-3. After 5 innings, they're going to call a ball game here for the run rule, 10 after 5. Pottsville had a tough night. They come into this ball game 3-1. They're going to fall to 3-2 on the season. Morrilton's going to move to 4-0. And they're getting ready for JV action here, but we're about to sign off. It was a tough one. You had a sophomore in Mr. Aiden Watson who got his start tonight, though. So, I mean, there's some valuable lessons being taught out here. There's some big-time experience you're gaining for the season. After Watson went out, you had Cash Bartlett, another sophomore, come in. Those guys also getting looks at the plate, you know. Late in the game, you had a 9th grader come up to bat, and that was Matthew Loveland. So, you know, you use this one to teach from. Kind of watch that tape maybe one time and burn it.
Yeah.
And get ready for some better action later in the year, because you're going to see Morrilton at least 2 more times if you don't meet up with them in the district tournament and, you know, further on after that. But overall, you know, first home game, 15-3, you lose. Definitely got some positives that happen out there, though. So just got to put this one behind you and got some more baseball. A lot of baseball coming up this week. We'll be back, and you can see it all right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. We're going to say good night.